They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
First down, Howell to throw. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one is fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now throwing on 1st down here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Colin Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
After a one-point game, 7-6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Powell out of the shotgun. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll get it inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Off play action. It's Howell. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Benjamin St-Juste there on the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. running for it. Here's Cook. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Quickly to Hawkinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back? This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Powell. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
And now they'll elect to go for two and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. And this is going to be caught. So they get two more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. To throw again on second down. Powell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Throwing, Cousins.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Cousins on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60.
And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Howell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Powell throwing on third down here. Caught by Turner. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind, helpless.
Powell's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now trying to pick it up on 3rd. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark. And obviously he's battled all the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question. And my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight ends that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that's complete to KJ Osborne. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. To throw, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
This would be a loss of 3, and now we reach to the 3rd down limit. Here's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now here is another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Cousins to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
Down to about the 22 here. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebacker, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Washington, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the struggles intensify as they drop